Hello again, grade 1. In today's lesson 11.5, we're going to take the two-dimensional shapes that we can find on three-dimensional shapes. Well, we know the three-dimensional shapes. What do you mean with two-dimensional shapes? Well, I mean these shapes. The one that you already know. The circle, the triangle, the square, and the rectangle. We have so many more, I know. A pentagon, a hexagon, a heptagon, octagon, nonagon, decagon. So many. But for us, we're going to observe the three-dimensional shapes that we took before. Like the cylinder, like the cube, like the rectangular prism, like the cone. The sphere does not have any flat surfaces, so I'm not gonna observe it. But this shape, a pyramid, which we didn't take before, but we're gonna observe it today. Why? Because all of them have these 2D shapes on their faces. What is a face? A face is the flat surface. So we're not going to look at the curved surface. We're going to look only at the flat surface. When you look at the cylinder from the top, what do you see? What is this shape? A circle. And when you look at the cube, what shape do you see? A square. So the cube is the 3D shape, but the square is a 2D shape. Well, the rectangular prism is a 3D shape. Now I want to know, what is the 2D shape that you find it on the face? The face here is which shape? It's a rectangle. So this face here is a rectangle. Another face here is a rectangle. The one in the back is another rectangle. The one on the bottom is also a rectangle. We have so many rectangles. Sometimes it also has squares, but most of them are rectangles, so we call it rectangular prism that has a 2D shape here that is a rectangle. Now, which shape can you find here on the pyramid? A triangle. Excellent job. What face can you find on the cone? This one? No, this one is a curved surface. I don't call it a face, and I cannot trace it down to see what it looks like. I know that the cone has a flat face that looks like a circle. Look at this box. This is the box for the food, for my fish. You remember my tiny fish? Well, I feed her with this food. And this box looks like a cylinder. And the cylinder, as you know, has a curved surface here, which I cannot trace. But I can trace this face. When I look at this box from the top, I see this face, which looks like a circle. So whenever I can put my box on a piece of paper and I draw around it with my pencil, I'm gonna find that I draw a circle. Even when in the bottom face looks like a circle. Look at the ice cream cone now. What kind of face does it have here? Again, a circle. So the cylinder has two circle-shaped flat surfaces that we call it faces. It has two circles, but the cone has only one. This box is for my headphones. I bought these headphones to record for you the videos. My box here looks like a rectangular prism, and I will tell you why. Although my box has a square-shaped face, but it also has a rectangle-shaped face. So whenever my box has a rectangle shape, I can call it a rectangular prism. What 2D shapes I can find on this rectangular prism? I can find a rectangle and a square. But I cannot call it a cube, because the cube must have all the faces squares. Now look at this picture. I took a picture of my Quran, which looks like a rectangular prism. And the rectangular prism has 6 flat faces. What are the shapes of the faces? What are the 2D shapes that you can find on the rectangular prism? I took a picture for you from the top. It looks like what? A rectangle. And again from the side, another rectangle but much thinner. From the top, also a rectangle. So my Quran looks like a rectangular prism, which has rectangle faces. A rectangular prism has 6 rectangle-shaped flat surfaces that we can call them faces. The cube here has how many flat surfaces? It has 6, like the rectangular prism. From the top, from the back, from the bottom, from the 2 sides, and from the front. 6 faces, all of them look like a square. So I am a cube. I have 6 square-shaped flat surfaces. We call them faces. The square is the 2D shape that you find on the cube. This is the cone now. It has only one flat surface. And this flat surface looks like a circle. When you look from the side, it doesn't look exactly like a circle, but put it down on a piece of paper and trace it, or look at it from a straight angle. You will find that it looks like a perfect circle. Now on page 657, I want you to find a 3D shape that looks like a cone. Or if you don't find a cone, use a cylinder. Because me and you know that the cone and the cylinder, both of them has a circular face. After you find this 3D shape, put it on the page, on your book, and trace it with a pencil. Draw around the lines and see what shape you will get. You can use a cone or a cylinder. You cannot use any box. Okay? When we draw the base of this cone, you will find that it looks exactly like a circle. The next page. Trace around the flat surfaces on the 3-dimensional shape to find the 2-dimensional shapes. Around my rectangular prism, I can find so many rectangles. Looking from this angle, I can only see 3. I can see this one, I can see this one, and I can see a small square in the front. But these 3, where are they? They are here, but I cannot see them, because this one is in the back, this is on the side that I cannot see, and this one is on the bottom. But we know that this rectangular prism has 6 flat surfaces. Now the first question. Use the 3-dimensional shapes. Trace around the flat surface that is on the 3-dimensional shape to find what shapes can you draw. I have here a cube. When I look at the first face, what I can see? How about the second face? The third face? The cube has all the faces squares, so I can find a square on it. Can I find a circle on the cube? No. Can I find a triangle? No. How about this cylinder? What shape can you find on the cylinder? Can I trace from the curved line? Curved surface? No. I have to trace the flat surface. Put it on a piece of paper, trace around it, and you will find that it has a circle shape. Now, number 3, a rectangular prism. What shape can you find on the rectangular prism? Well, I can find 2 shapes here. One of them is a rectangle. Another one is a square. So I can circle the square and I can circle the rectangle. These are 2D shapes, but this one is a 3D shape. Make connection. Circle the objects you could trace to draw this shape. What object from here I can use it to trace and to draw a rectangle? I can use my juice box. Why I can use my juice box? Because it looks like a rectangular prism. And a rectangular prism has a rectangle face. So I can trace the juice box to get a rectangle. I can also trace my book. Can I trace this cylinder? Can I trace this bucket? No, because these will give me a circle. Now, if I wanted to get a circle, which of these shapes can I use? The tuna can, because it looks like a cylinder. This here, it looks also like a cylinder. I can use it to draw a circle. I can also use the ice cream cone, because this side from the ice cream cone is a circle. Can I use the cereal box? It looks like a rectangular prism, so no, I cannot use it to draw a circle. Now, what I can use to draw a square? No. The blocks, yes. This box, this gift box, that looks like a cube. I can use the cube to draw a square. How can I draw a rectangle? I cannot use this hat, it looks like a cone. The cone has a flat surface that looks like a circle. I cannot use the ball, it doesn't have any flat surfaces. Can I use this cylinder? No. Can I use the crayon box? Yes, it has a flat surface that looks like a rectangle. Now, in question number 8, we have a new shape. This shape we call it a pyramid. And the pyramid has sides that looks like which shape? Trace it. Use your own fingers. Go around this face and see what shape can you find here. A triangle. Good job. Now the next page. Circle the shape that the pattern will make it if you fold it and tape it together. This is like a map to build a 3D shape. You can build which shape if you use this map. And observe here that it looks like a rectangle. And here another rectangle. Can you make a cube or a rectangular prism? Of course, a rectangular prism. Good job. And if you use this map, which shape can you build? The cube. Wonderful. Now, in question number 11, Key wants to trace a rectangle. She finds these objects. Which object she should use? The globe, which looks like a sphere, the jar, which looks like a cylinder, or this box that looks like a rectangular prism. She wants to trace a rectangle. She needs some shape that has a rectangle on it, like the box. Good job. What would happen if Key used the jar to trace the shape? She will get which shape? A circle. Good job. She will get a circle shape. You can draw a circle.